Yes, okay, everyone. Good evening. Uh, Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Uh, I'm so glad to be handling you guys on this very journey. I'll be giving you guys on some of the tips on some of the terminologies used in Excel when you are dealing with Excel. So it is very important for one to get well acquainted with some of the terminologies used in Excel, because without knowing those terminologies, you will not be in position maybe to work with Excel very well. So the knowledge of working with Excel is very important in a sense that when you're writing a report, or maybe perhaps after some few years to come, or maybe after your degree, you will be employed somewhere, or maybe working in maybe an institution. So at one point or another, you will be required maybe to write a report, or maybe design a report card for some student or for some pupils. It depend on the institution that you are going to be employed in. So it is very vital for one to get well acquainted with some of the terminologies. So here are some of the terminologies we are seeing on the screen. So I will just be a little bit brief to show you guys what we are going to be talking about. Then after some few minutes, I will open Excel application. Then I will be demonstrating for you guys what those things on the screen really mean. So like I've written terminologies using Excel. Like the first one is workbook, the second one is a worksheet, the third one is a column, the fourth one is a cell, then the fifth one is a row, then the sixth one is cell reference, and then 7 is range, 8 is formulas, 9 is function, then the last one is now charts. But there are so many terminologies used in Excel, but I've picked the common one, whereby most students or most institutions, they like using it a lot when they're writing their reports, or maybe designing a report cards. So it's very important for one to get well acquainted with it, with this type of terminologies, because they are used quite a lot, and it's very important for one to get well acquainted with them. So let me open my my Excel application. Then I show you guys on some of the terminologies that are there. So that is my Excel. I want to open the Excel and then demonstrate for you guys what a workbook mean, what a worksheet mean, what a column mean, then what a cell mean, a row, cell reference, a range, formula, functions, and then charts. So I will demonstrate for you guys what all those mean when you're dealing with Excel. That is my Excel. Like we shall start with a workbook. So a workbook simply means an Excel file that contain one or more worksheets. So a workbook is like an Excel what file that contain one or more worksheets. So this one you are seeing is a workbook. So it contains series of worksheets. Like the first worksheet is this one. Maybe after dealing with this one, you can add another worksheet, sheet 2, like that. So this environment you're seeing, this one is a workbook. So we shall proceed to another terminologies, which is a worksheet. So a worksheet is this one you're seeing on the screen. This one is now a worksheet. Like if you want to open like another worksheet, you opened this one, and you want to create another worksheet, that is another worksheet. So a worksheet actually means like the sheets or the pages that you are going to be working on. So a worksheet exists in a workbook. So it's a component of a workbook. So cells, I want to talk about cells. Cells simply mean the intersections of a row and a column in a worksheet. So this intersection of a row, this is a row, and then a column will form a cells. So this one is a single cells. So I think that is all about cells. So then we have rows. So rows simply means the horizontal set of cells identified by numbers. So this one you're seeing, these are rows. Row 1, then maybe row 2, then maybe row 3, then maybe row row 4, row 5, row 6, then maybe row 7. This one you are seeing the rows. Then we have columns. Column are these ones you are seeing: column A, column B, column C, column column D, column E, and then we have column F, column G, column H, column I. Those are columns. So these are rows. The one you're seeing in terms of figure, these are rows. Row 1, row 3, row 4, row 5. So this one are columns you're seeing. These are are columns. So that is that about rows and columns. Then we have we have another terminology, which is formula. So formula simply mean an expression that calculate the values of cell calculate the value of cell formulas that, and it start with equal sign. Like if you're having some values, like maybe let assume there were maybe 20 in cell, in this cell, and then we have maybe 30 in another cell. Now if you want to add them now, like you want to get the summation of this one, now we shall have maybe this one we put in term of, we shall have a1 maybe, like before putting down, you first begin with putting equal sign, then you put sum, then you open a bracket. After opening a bracket, you say a1 maybe to what up to b up to b. I think I missed something. It will be open bracket a I think a2 up to maybe maybe b b2 b2. Then you close your bracket. After closing your bracket, then you enter the information. That is the result. So it has already added up 20 plus 39. At the end of the day, you will get 59. So these functions, you will be in positions, all these formulas, they will be in position to use them. Like we have the sum, the average, subtraction, they are there. So in our next video, we shall be in position to learn how to use those, because in our next video I will be demonstrating for you guys on how to make report cards, design report cards, and all those kind of things. So our next thing now is going to be on our next Our next thing is functions. Function is another terminology is used in what a work. Another terminology is used in what an Excel application. So function simply mean a predefined formula that performs specific calculation using the values you provide. For example, you have put like the one I did previously, like sum, average, and all that. So at the end, you will be in position to get that. Then maybe another terminologies can be like cell reference. Cell reference is like the unique identifiers for cells based on its column, letters, and rows. Cell identifiers like it can be in term of numbers, maybe A, or in term of letters, that is A, B, and C. Then another one is chart. Like if you want to insert a chart on this work book, you go to insert. Then after going to insert, you will see like where they have written chart, like this one, the type of chart that you want to insert. Like you can insert use an external data source, so you can insert a chart or maybe a pie chart. So that is all about charts. So those are just few terminologies that are I thought of maybe elaborating for you guys, because they are the most common one. Of course there are so many. So as you use Excel application, you will be in position to maybe get well acquainted with them. So guys, please like the video, share with your friend, and subscribe please, guys. Now my humble appeal to you guys is that you should be in position to get this stuff very well, because as you live, you should be in position to use this Excel application, because at one point or another you will be employed maybe in some institution. So you should be in position to know how to use Excel application to write some report or to create report cards. So thank you, and thank you for sparing your time.